2025 budget. We just, for anybody that was here, and a lot of people in the audience were here when Paul Adams just did the last agenda item at the workshop a few minutes ago, and explained the preliminary budget. And really the preliminary budget that was adopted by this board in early September has not changed as far as what we're proposing for the final.
Not changed.
I always, on one hand, I am like, okay, nobody's here to really ask any questions because we've done such a wonderful job, and it is a 6-month process. It is, we start in early May and it ends in late October. I'll call this late October, sometimes even November at times. It is a robust process to create this budget. When you have an organization of this size that is $46, $47 million in expenditures a year, something like that, it takes a lot of effort and process to establish what it's going to be. Many of our department heads are here tonight, which I really appreciate, because they're so instrumental in that process. It's almost as though we have 14 different organizations under the umbrella of the Webster government. To the taxpayer, you know, they're looking at Webster government as one entity. How much am I paying in taxes? And for what I'm paying in taxes, what is the services I'm getting? And that's a pretty accurate rendition, very succinct. The 14 different departments, the department head is the CEO of their department. They're trying to figure out, when Adam Traub is trying to run the library, he's trying to figure out how to run his organization with the money that he's going to have in the budget to give the maximum service to the community. And there's always a balance and a challenge in that. And we all know that. We have that same challenge in our households when, you know, your family is bringing in money and spending money. There's a give and take there. It's the same thing with how we develop a budget. I've been very happy the last few years. I think the town department heads have been incredibly professional and mindful of, you know, you can't come in and ask us for a $5 million increase. You know, yeah, maybe we need that, but there's got to be, we can't go out to the taxpayers and just double the taxes. It is a delicate balance. And as we said earlier, and I'll get off my soapbox, anybody watching the workshop, when Paul presented the final preliminary budget, I was incredulous. I said, with all that we got going on, how did that come out so good? And as he explained, we had a lot of unknowns going into 24, and a lot of those became known and through some good negotiation with Coke Fairlife, which I have to thank. There's too many people to thank on that. And just other things that fell into place. I feel confident that we also have laid the foundation that all other factors being equal, Paul, we're in good shape for 26, 27, all other factors equal. This world, you can't count on that. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? But at least what's in front of us right now, I think we're in good shape. So, that's my monologue. I will open the public hearing if anybody has changed their mind and wants to take the podium about a question. This part is a question about something on the budget. And then if nobody does take the podium, I'll close it, and then the board members can make comments or questions, and I promise that I won't say anything else. So the public hearing is open. Does anybody want to take the podium to ask any questions or make any statements about a line item or the 2025 budget in totality? So that matches up. It looks like we had signed in. Charlie, I'm going to close the public hearing. Now, does the board members have anything they want to ask the didn't ask Paul in the workshop, or any comments about the 2025 preliminary budget?
No, I just want to agree with what you're saying. It's a long, long process, and the amount of work that our department heads go through and put into the budget, and emphasize the amount of work that Paul did. I remember that conversation with respect to 2025 budget last year. I think I was in that discussion. And yeah, it was very eye-opening to see it come in the manner in which it has is tantamount to the amount of work that everybody put into this budget. And there's a reason that the budget process in the town is as long as it is. So thank you, everybody, for all your input.
I would like to echo John's comments. Thank you to all the department heads. We really appreciate your responsibility and that you take your duties seriously and that you are dedicated to providing great services for the people in this town. It's at a cost that we hope they can continue to afford. Sorry, I didn't.
Nothing more I can say, they said it all.
Well, okay. Our next agenda item tonight is the open to the public where a speaker can get up and say anything.
We got to vote on the budget
Well,
first, don't we?
I think we're doing that after, oh, I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic in reading this tonight, you're absolutely correct. And I will say, we had the resolution to adopt this budget on the agenda. We always knew that we would potentially table it if there was a bunch of pitchforks and 60 people came in and were ready to run us all out of town, exaggeration at the point. Once again, nobody got up. I think the budget is pretty solid. The fact that nobody has got up, even in the last couple of weeks since it was in the Webster today, we haven't really gotten any negative comments or questions that we haven't been able to answer pretty quickly. So I would be okay with us making a motion and having a vote on adopting that budget tonight.
Guess what?
I'm fine.
Well then, John, you make a great point. You're the liaison to the finance firm. You were in that meeting where we both looked at each other like, we better pack our bags and leave town because 2025's budget could be ugly.
So I would move that we vote to adopt the Town of Webster 2025 budget.
Second. Councilman Cahill.
Aye.
Councilman Wynn. Aye. Supervisor Flaherty.
Aye.
Councilwoman Cataldi.
Aye.
Councilwoman Wright. Aye.